You are listening to The Fatboy Show on RX Radio. I hope you're enjoying the great music we're playing for you. The music on The Fatboy Show is so good, isn't it? And really, all throughout all the shows on RX Radio, the music is just super great, which is why we love what we're doing here. And we do it just for you, to put a smile on your face, because goodness knows you need it. And me personally, as Fatboy or James Onen, or whatever name you want to call me, I personally do feel that I have a responsibility to put a smile on your face. Not just here on RX Radio and on the Fatboy Show that I do here, but also outside, like on social media. I like to go on social media and make people smile by, posting interesting things on Facebook and Twitter. And yes, some of the things are cheeky and sarcastic, and depending on how sensitive you are, you might even feel insulted by some of them. But I really mean no harm. I just want for everyone to have a good laugh, and typically, most people do have a good laugh when I post the various things that I post, okay? Well, unfortunately, someone by the name of Prince Okuyo is not smiling as a result of something that I posted. Of course, you know who Prince Okuyo is. He is the husband to Cindy, who took offense at a post that I put up on social media having to do with Cindy and all of the money that she made during her massively successful concert that she held together with her rival, Sheebah Karunji. Oh, that showdown that took place at Kololo Independence Grounds was crazy. And people got really excited. The venue was filled to capacity. There was a lot of people then. And from the looks of things, people had a good time. Everyone was happy. And Cindy made a lot of money. Now, according to Kasuku, a personality called Kasuku, my friend Kasuku, who was the MC at the event, sources quote him as saying that each one of them walked away with about 100 million. So I was like, wow, that's a nice chunk of change, 100 million. Yeah, to sing for one night. That's so great. So I came across a rather romantic photograph of Cindy together with her husband, Prince. And I think he was helping her to adjust her dress or her shoe, because I think at the time she was pregnant in the picture that I posted. And so he sort of bent over and he's reaching towards her feet to, I think, help her with her shoe or her dress or something like that. So it just looks like a very kind and I don't want to use the word subservient, but he essentially was really helping his wife. He was doing a good deed for his wife by humbly bending over and helping her out with her dress or her shoes. And, she was all smiles. Now, obviously, taken at face value, it's a very harmless, albeit very sweet and romantic photograph. But me being me, I thought I'd use the picture to kind of make a joke or a statement. So I posted the picture with the caption, "When your wife brings home 100 million shillings just for one night's work, you must treat her with respect. #BoyChildAlert." All right, so I posted this on Facebook and on Twitter. Now, I could not have predicted just how viral this post was going to get. As of this moment, the tweet has well over 200,000 impressions. So pretty much went viral. And the blogs picked it up and shared it, and everyone had a good time with it. Except for Prince Okuyo, who was offended, as I was saying. So he tweeted back at me in response to this post. He said, "In my humble opinion, you should treat every woman in your life with respect regardless and independent of how much she makes. But again, how do I expect you to understand that?" Wow. Wow, shots fired. Okay, Prince. You gotta come at me like that. So I can't read minds, and my first impression is that he was upset by what I posted. Maybe he felt emasculated by my post, because the photograph really depicts him in a subservient role. And given that in the caption I said she'd made 100 million shillings, it sort of would have seemed to him that I was belittling him for having a woman that makes crazy money, and so therefore he has to humble himself and act like a servant. Maybe that's how he read it and how he interpreted it, and thought I was sort of trying to put him down like that. And yet I actually was trying to really amplify the wonderful nature of the relationship that they have. Because in other instances, Cindy has talked about how much respect she has for her husband, for Prince, and that, she, first of all, we know that she's like not a feminist. So she's not all for girl power, Well, yeah, she will be for girl power if she's battling other women. But when it comes to her man, she worships her man. And we all know that. I know that. You know that. So certainly, no matter how much money she makes, she's not one who would use that to rub it in his face, in her man's face, and try to, act like the top dog in the house. Certainly not. And I would assume everyone knows that. And so the post was intended to be sarcastically ironic. Right. But with Prince, it didn't land. And he let me know that he wasn't feeling it. And he said, in my humble opinion, you should treat every woman in your life with respect regardless and independent of how much she makes. Yeah, I get it. Look, if someone wants to dissect the whole thing, you could argue, it doesn't matter if a woman makes the 100 million or she makes 1 million or makes 0 shillings, she deserves respect. Yeah, sure, of course. But you know how it is. People can be, at least when it comes to the notion of women making a lot of money and some men feeling insecure, to have a man such as Prince be a supportive husband all the way through, in spite of that, to me, it's the best compliment he could ever get, right? And if he is busy showing respect to his wife, and I know the photograph had nothing to do with the 100 million. The photograph was taken, months ago while she was even still pregnant. But I mean, it was just, what we do on social media. You just look for ways to say funny things and make funny statements and just for everyone to have a good laugh. And so that was the intention. So to Mr. Prince Okuyo, if you got mad at what I said, if you were upset, the intent was not to offend you. The intent was to just really showcase how much of a humble man you are, which you are a humble man. And I know you personally. You're a cool guy. We've met and we get along quite fine. Well, at least until now. So in no way was I trying to put you down, my brother. I got a lot of respect for you. And, you have a beautiful family. You have an amazing wife who respects you. And yes, she is immensely successful. And, given that you guys obviously have a wonderful partnership, I'm sure you're going to do amazing things for your family, for your children. And I do hope for both of you to thrive. And, if you interpreted my statement as me trying to put you down for having a woman that made a lot of money, please reconsider. Actually, I envy you. You don't think I'd want a woman that makes 100 million shillings in a night? Oh, and speaking of the 100 million shillings in a night, even assuming that number is true, obviously there was months of preparation, costumes, rehearsals. So of course she didn't just wake up one odd morning, go to sing and bag 100 million. No, there had to be a lot of preparation, a lot of planning, concept development, rehearsal, and, all of the promotion she's been doing, which the promotion was fantastic. The fake beef with Sheebah, and then all these funny events that they staged together, these joint press conferences, turning it into some sort of a boxing match kind of showdown, or at least that's the vibe that it had. And it greatly contributed to the concert's success. So, it was all very fantastic, this whole thing. And people are going to keep talking about it, right, for a long time to come. And unless I'm mistaken, Cindy's been trending for the better part of the entire week. The show is over, the concert is over, and she's still trending on Twitter or X. So that just lets you know that she made a fantastic, tremendous impact. And aren't you the lucky guy to get to be the man that's in her life, Mr. Prince Okuyo? So much respect to you and much respect to Cindy. Let's hang out sometime, have a beer, laugh over this, and take it easy. I meant you no harm. Do keep listening to the Fatboy Show. It's your number one station, RX Radio.
RX Radio.